The Galactic Council met in a grand chamber filled with alien leaders from different worlds. They had gathered to discuss the so-called threat posed by Earth's military. As the council members took their seats, a sense of mockery hung in the air. "Look at Earth's army," sneered Zorak, a tall alien with shimmering blue skin. "They still use outdated weapons and old tactics. They are no match for us." The room erupted in laughter. The council members exchanged jokes about Earth's so-called might, believing it was a joke to think humans could ever challenge them. Meanwhile, on Earth, military leaders were watching the council's meeting through a secure connection. They heard the mocking words and felt a surge of anger. General Lee, a seasoned leader with years of experience, slammed his fist on the table. "We can't let them treat us like this! We need to show them what we're capable of!" The room fell silent as the generals exchanged determined glances. They knew they had to act. "We might not have their technology," said Captain Sarah, a young but skilled officer. "But we have something they don't: heart and creativity. We can't let their laughter stop us." Back in the council chamber, the alien leaders continued their discussion, confident that they would soon conquer Earth. "Our invasion fleet is ready," said Commander Vrax, a fierce-looking alien with sharp features. "By this time next week, we will have taken over their planet, and they will bow to us." The council cheered at the thought of an easy victory, but they underestimated the determination of Earth's soldiers. While the aliens mocked and plotted, Earth's army began preparing in secret. They started developing new technologies, focusing on what made them unique: their ability to adapt and innovate. In underground labs, scientists worked day and night. They created advanced weapons and devised clever strategies to use against the alien forces. General Lee knew that they had to think outside the box. "Let's use what we have," he urged his team. "We might not have fancy ships, but we can use our environment to our advantage." As days passed, Earth's military trained hard. They practiced in forests, deserts, and cities, learning to blend in and surprise their enemies. Soldiers worked together, sharing ideas and building their confidence. With each passing day, the laughter of the Galactic Council echoed less and less in their minds. On the day of the planned invasion, the Council gathered once more, giddy with excitement. "Prepare to send the fleet," Vrax commanded, eager for glory. "We will crush them easily." Unbeknownst to them, Earth was not the weak target they thought it was. Soldiers were ready, armed with new technologies and fueled by the desire to defend their home. The Council's laughter masked a growing unease in the air, but they chose to ignore it. Back on Earth, Captain Sarah rallied the troops. "They may laugh at us now, but we will show them that humans fight back. We have something they lack: our spirit." The soldiers cheered, their voices echoing across the training ground, full of energy and hope. As the alien fleet approached Earth, confidence surged through the Council. They were sure that this would be an easy win, but they had no idea what was waiting for them on the surface. The Galactic Council's laughter would soon turn to shock. They would learn that underestimating Earth's army, led by human soldiers, was their biggest mistake. The stage was set, and the time for action was near. As the humans prepared to defend their planet, the council members remained blissfully unaware of the storm that was about to hit them. In the next few days, the laughter of the Galactic Council would be replaced by gasps of disbelief. Earth's soldiers were ready, and they were determined to show that they were far more than a laughing matter. As the Galactic Council prepared to invade Earth, the humans below were busy with their own plans. In a hidden military base, General Lee and his team were determined to show the aliens what humans could really do. They gathered in a large room, filled with maps and blueprints of new technologies they had developed in secret. "Listen up, everyone," General Lee said, his voice strong and clear. "The Council thinks we're weak, but we have surprises waiting for them. We must train hard and use every tool we have." "They will not see us coming!" Captain Sarah stood at the front, ready to lead the charge. "We've developed new weapons that can counter their advanced technology," she announced. "But we need to be smart about how we use them." The soldiers nodded, excitement bubbling in the air. Over the next few weeks, Earth's military trained day and night. They practiced in various environments: dense forests, open fields, and urban settings. Each location offered unique challenges, and the soldiers learned to adapt quickly. They knew that the aliens would likely underestimate them, and they planned to use that to their advantage. During training, the soldiers became experts in guerrilla tactics. They learned to move quietly through the trees, set traps, and launch surprise attacks. Use the land to hide, Captain Sarah instructed. We'll make them think we're everywhere and nowhere at the same time. To boost their skills, the team organized simulated battles. They created scenarios where they faced off against each other, pretending to be the invading alien forces. The soldiers learned to think on their feet, responding quickly to changing situations. Each mock battle made them stronger, more united. In one intense training session, the soldiers were split into two groups. One group pretended to be aliens, while the other group defended a mock base. As the aliens approached, the defenders hid behind trees and structures. "Remember, they think we're easy prey," General Lee called out. "Surprise them!" The exercise was chaotic but exhilarating. The defenders launched surprise attacks, taking out the aliens one by one. The sounds of mock explosions and cheers filled the air. After the drill, the soldiers gathered to discuss what worked and what didn't. "We have to be faster next time," one soldier suggested. "We can't let them get close!" As days turned into weeks, the soldiers became more confident. They shared jokes, built friendships, and became a true team. They also discovered a surprising strength within themselves. They were not just fighting for their lives. They were fighting for their home, their families, and their future. In a hidden lab, scientists were working tirelessly on new technology. They designed energy shields to protect the soldiers from alien weapons and created powerful drones to scout ahead. The researchers collaborated closely with the military, ensuring that everything was ready for the upcoming battle. One evening, General Lee addressed the entire army. "We have trained hard and we are ready. The aliens believe they can conquer us, but they have no idea what they're up against. We will fight for every inch of this planet!" Cheers erupted as soldiers raised their fists in agreement. They were more than just an army, they were a united force, ready to defend their world. As the day of the invasion drew near, the Galactic Council remained confident in their plans. They believed the humans would be an easy target, and they were oblivious to the hard work and preparation going on below. On Earth, Captain Sarah and General Lee knew they had one chance to make a difference. They understood that they were not just fighting against an enemy, but also for the respect they deserved. They trained with purpose, their spirits high and their hearts determined. Little did the Council know that the laughter they once shared would soon turn into disbelief. The humans were preparing not just for a fight, but for a battle that would change everything. The stage was set, and the secrets they had worked so hard to build would soon be revealed. The day had finally come. The Galactic Council's invasion fleet hovered in the sky, a massive armada ready to strike Earth. Alien ships glinted in the sunlight, their sleek designs a stark contrast to the planet below. As the first waves of ships descended, the Council members watched eagerly from their command center, convinced that victory was within their grasp. "Prepare to land!" Commander Vrax shouted, his voice booming with excitement. "We will crush their puny army and take their world." On the ground, the atmosphere was tense but charged with determination. General Lee and Captain Sarah stood at the front lines, looking up at the darkening sky. "It's time," General Lee said, his heart pounding. "Remember your training. We know how to fight back. Let's show them what we're made of." As the alien ships began to land, the first wave of troops emerged, tall, imposing figures with advanced weapons. They looked around, confident that they would easily overpower the humans. But they didn't expect what awaited them. Hidden among the trees and behind structures, Earth's soldiers held their breath, waiting for the right moment. "Stay calm," Captain Sarah whispered to her team. "We'll hit them hard and fast. Aim for the weak spots." The first shots rang out as the aliens began to advance. The humans launched their surprise attack, emerging from their hiding places like shadows. They fired their new energy weapons, which sparked with power. The aliens, taken aback, faltered under the unexpected assault. "Attack! Attack!" Vrax shouted, trying to rally his troops. But confusion spread quickly. The aliens had not anticipated such fierce resistance from the humans. As Earth's soldiers fought, they used the environment to their advantage. They moved swiftly, dodging alien fire and striking from unexpected angles. Captain Sarah led a small group around to flank the alien forces, using their training to coordinate precise strikes. "Over here! We need to push them back," she called, directing her team as they moved like a well-oiled machine. The energy shields held strong, protecting them from alien blasts. Every time an alien fell, cheers erupted from the humans, fueling their determination. The battle raged on. smoke rising from explosions, and the sounds of weapons clashing echoing through the air. Earth's soldiers fought with heart, their spirits ignited by the chance to defend their home. They worked together, shouting encouragement and keeping each other safe. In the midst of the chaos, Vrax realized that the tide was turning. "Regroup," he commanded, but the aliens struggled to regain their composure. They were not prepared for the fierce ingenuity of the humans. The once confident fleet now faced a determined army that would not back down. As the fighting continued, General Lee spotted a group of aliens attempting to flank their position. "We can't let them surround us," he shouted. Rallying his troops, he led a counteroffensive. "Move forward! We can take them!" The humans surged ahead, pushing back the alien forces. Each small victory fueled their courage. "We are fighting for our planet!" shouted one soldier, and the cry echoed among the ranks. As the battle reached its peak, the Galactic Council watched in shock from their ships. "How is this happening?" Zorak exclaimed. "They're supposed to be weak." With every moment, the humans proved their strength. They adapted, learned, and fought harder than anyone expected. Alien ships began to fall from the sky one by one as Earth's technology and tactics made a real impact. As the sun set, painting the sky in brilliant colors, the battlefield was a mix of smoke, sounds of struggle, and the determination of Earth's soldiers. They had shown their strength, their heart, and their unwavering will to protect their home. The Galactic Council's laughter was gone, replaced by disbelief. They had underestimated Earth, and now the humans were rising to defend their world. The battle had only just begun, and the outcome was far from certain. But one thing was clear. The humans were not going down without a fight. The battle raged on, and the skies above Earth were filled with the sounds of explosions and chaos. Alien ships descended like dark clouds, but Earth's soldiers stood their ground, united in their fight for survival. General Lee surveyed the battlefield, his heart racing. He could see that the alien forces were starting to falter, but the fight was far from over. "Keep pushing forward!" he shouted to his troops. "We are stronger together. Let them feel the power of humanity." Captain Sarah was at the front lines, directing her team with confidence. "Flank them from the right," she yelled, pointing to a group of aliens that were trying to regroup. The soldiers moved swiftly, using their training to outsmart the enemy. They launched a surprise attack, taking the aliens by surprise once again. As the humans fought, they remembered their training and the lessons they had learned. They worked as a team, each soldier knowing their role. When one fell, others stepped up to take their place, driven by a fierce determination to protect their home. The energy shields glimmered as they absorbed blasts from alien weapons, but the humans didn't back down. With every successful strike, their confidence grew. The aliens, once so sure of victory, now looked disorganized and scared. "They're not just fighting, they're fighting back," an alien soldier shouted in panic. "Don't let them win!" Commander Vrax bellowed, but his words fell on deaf ears. The alien troops were losing morale, and one by one they began to retreat. The sight of their comrades falling and the fierce resistance of the humans shook them to their core. In the midst of the chaos, General Lee spotted an opportunity. He noticed a group of aliens trying to escape through a narrow path. "Sarah, let's cut them off," he called. They quickly moved with a small team to block the retreat. As they approached, the aliens panicked, realizing they were trapped. "Now!" Captain Sarah shouted, and the soldiers launched a coordinated attack. They fired with precision, and the aliens had nowhere to run. The humans pressed forward, their spirits high as they saw their plan succeed. The sound of alien weapons failing echoed in the air, and cheers erupted among the human ranks. As the battle continued, the Galactic Council watched in disbelief from their ships. "This can't be happening!" Zorak exclaimed, his face pale with shock. "How are they winning?" The members exchanged worried glances, realizing that their underestimation of humans had led them to this disastrous situation. On the ground, General Lee felt the tide turning in their favor. "Let's finish this," he urged his soldiers. "We've shown them our strength, now let's secure our victory." The troops rallied behind him, their determination renewed. They surged forward, pushing the alien forces back with every step. With each victory, the humans gained more confidence. They took down one alien ship after another, using the advanced technology they had developed. The aliens were not only losing soldiers, but also their grip on the battle. The once feared invasion force was now scrambling to regroup and retreat. As night fell, the battlefield illuminated by explosions and flashes of energy, the humans began to celebrate their success. They had fought fiercely and now they stood victorious. The cries of joy mixed with the sounds of defeat among the alien troops. Finally, the last of the alien ships retreated into the sky, leaving behind a battered force. The Galactic Council realized they had underestimated the power of Earth's soldiers. The laughter that had once echoed through their chambers was replaced by silence as the weight of their failure sank in. On the ground, General Lee and Captain Sarah embraced their soldiers. "We did it!" Sarah exclaimed, tears of joy in her eyes. "We showed them who we are." As the humans celebrated, they understood that this victory was just the beginning. They had proven that they were a force to be reckoned with, and the Galactic Council would never see them the same way again. The battle had united them, ignited their spirits, and paved the way for a future where they would stand strong against any threat. In the aftermath, the soldiers looked up at the sky, no longer filled with fear but with hope. They had faced the invaders and emerged victorious, ready to defend their world against any challenge that lay ahead. The fight for Earth was far from over, but this day would be remembered as a turning point, a day when humanity stood tall and proud. In the days following the battle, the mood on Earth was a mix of joy and reflection. News of the human victory spread like wildfire, inspiring hope across the globe. General Lee and Captain Sarah stood at the center of the military base, addressing their troops, who were eager to celebrate their hard-fought triumph. "Today, we prove to ourselves and to the universe that we are not to be underestimated," General Lee said, his voice strong and steady. "We fought with courage and unity, and we earned our place among the stars." The soldiers cheered, their spirits soaring. Many had lost friends in the battle, and the weight of their sacrifice hung heavy in the air. But instead of mourning, they chose to honor their fallen comrades by celebrating their victory. The energy was palpable, filled with gratitude and determination. As Earth began to recover from the invasion, the Galactic Council faced a crisis of its own. The council members had returned to their home world, grappling with the shocking defeat. In their chambers, Zorak paced back and forth, his anger evident. "How could we let this happen? We laughed at them, and now they have defeated us." Commander Vrax, still shaken by the events, replied, "We underestimated their strength and spirit. Humans fight differently than we do. We cannot ignore their tenacity." Back on Earth, Captain Sarah organized a memorial for the fallen soldiers. She wanted to honor their bravery and sacrifice. "We must remember those who fought for us," she told her team. "They showed us what true courage looks like." During the memorial, soldiers shared stories of their fallen comrades, laughter mingling with tears. Each story highlighted the bravery and heart of those they had lost. As the sun set, candles were lit in their memory, illuminating the faces of the gathered soldiers. It was a moment of healing and unity. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council realized that they needed to change their approach. They called for a meeting to discuss the future of their relationship with Earth. Zorak, still angry but more contemplative, said, "We need to send a message to Earth. They have earned our respect, whether we like it or not." The council debated sending a delegation to Earth, but many members were hesitant. "What if they attack us again?" one council member asked, worried about further humiliation. "We cannot show weakness." But another council member stood up. "If we do not acknowledge their strength, we risk making the same mistake again. We must seek to understand them." Finally, they agreed to send a delegation, led by Commander Vrax, to offer an olive branch. The Galactic Council hoped to establish a new relationship based on mutual respect rather than conquest. Back on Earth, the news of the delegation's arrival created a buzz. General Lee and Captain Sarah prepared to meet the aliens, unsure of what to expect. "This could change everything," Sarah said, excitement and nervousness mingling in her voice. When the alien delegation arrived, the atmosphere was tense. General Lee stepped forward to greet them, his stance firm yet open. "Welcome to Earth," he said. "We hope this meeting can pave the way for understanding between our worlds." Commander Vrax nodded, acknowledging the gravity of the moment. "We come to extend our respect. Your victory has shown us that humans are a force to be reckoned with. We seek peace, not conflict." The two leaders shook hands, a gesture that symbolized a new beginning. As the discussions continued, both sides shared their cultures, stories, and ideas. The humans explained their resilience and adaptability, while the aliens shared their advanced technologies and experiences. Over time, trust began to build. The Galactic Council learned to appreciate the spirit of humanity, while Earth's leaders recognized the wisdom of their new allies. They discovered that by working together, they could achieve more than they could alone. As the weeks turned into months, the relationship between Earth and the Galactic Council grew stronger. The laughter that once filled the council chambers was replaced by respectful conversations and shared goals. Earth had earned not only a victory but also respect from a once mocked enemy. They had proven that they were more than just a small planet in the vast universe. They were a proud and resilient species ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with others. As General Lee and Captain Sarah looked out over the horizon, they knew that their fight was far from over. But they also knew that they had taken the first step toward a future filled with possibilities. Together, humans and aliens could face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their strength and respect for one another.